Hi, welcome to Doodle Club. In today's video we're going to keep it really simple, just a line of little tiny kawaii characters. In fact, dead simple, because we're going to draw loads of dead kawaii characters. Let me show you what I mean. We're going to use the prompt cards that you can find in the zombie pack. So these are all kind of like weirder zombie style eyes that we've got here, and some body shapes here, which is like a gravestone, and just some other kind of random kind of more zombie like characters in there. Okay, so yeah, they're the prompt cards we're going to use. We're going to do a little line, maybe one or two rows of little characters down the bottom there. Then what we're also going to do is going to draw a big moon and just colour around the outside of the moon. So we're going to make use loads of negative space to fill the page really quickly today. So if you can, have yourself a roll of tape or something circular that is just a little bit smaller than your sketchbook. See how that's just not quite as wide? I've got about a finger width either side. That's kind of what you want, something like that. But then also pen wise, I'm going to go for my usual 0.1, 0.5 and a 1.5. So a very thin, a medium and a very fat. We're going to use the medium most of the time, add some little details with the thin and add some black with the fat pen as well. Okay, so 1.5, 0.5, 0.1 is what I'm using. These are Faber-Castell Pitt pens. Pencils are for losers, but let's go and grab a pencil just in case we need that as well. Hopefully we won't. Let's see how we go. Right, first thing we're going to do then, go and grab that 0.5 pen. Let me just zoom in a little bit more than this so you can see what we're doing. And we're going to draw the ground on this one. As you'll know, most of the time when I'm drawing like kawaii characters, I like to have a little base that they can kind of grow out from. That's usually a banner or a bouncy line for a cloud or something like that. This time around though, let's just do a little line like this. Let's start it quite high up there. Look. A little line like that. Double line. It's a double-ended flick off, so it's nice and wonky in the middle. Flicked and tapered off at the end. If you're struggling to taper off, just dot and dash it. But you see how look how wonky that line is. That's the kind of thing we want. Okay, now we're going to go and put these bodies in next. So just figure out where you want this body to go. It's a gravestone. I'm going to go right in the middle with it. I'm not going to go too massive, but you can see what we've got here is 3 lines going up. This middle line needs to go up a little bit more. So it's like short, medium, long, if you know what I mean. Let's go and draw one in though. So look, 3 lines going up. We'll go for that one first, which is the shorter of the 2 lines. We're going to double line it as we're going along on there. Next one, move quite a bit further apart because this is where the face is going to go, and then just go up until you're just past that original line, just a little bit higher than that original line. And then your final line needs to kind of be about in between the two, but only a small little gap. Look. Let's go just there. Double line it, strong intersections down the bottom. If you recall, an intersection is where 2 lines join each other like that. So this bit of the line is usually a little bit fatter because that's where the shadows live. Okay, let's join the top up. Look, what you should have is 1 line going up like that, and then 1 line going down like that. See how we've got a nice little 3D looking gravestone there. Awesome. Now we've not done that line going too far up, so we don't have to worry about perspective too much, but when we're drawing these eyes, you might want to draw the eye over this side just a little tiny bit bigger than the other side. Okay, I'm going to stick with my 0.5 pen for this. Like, we've got 2 nice big eyes on here, so let's go and put those in, double line them. This side just a little bit bigger than the other side. I have done that. And then you can see that we've just got these little flicks. Little flick up, little flick down on the inside of the eye. So let's try and do that as well. Little flick up, little flick down. Hopefully just makes those eyes look like they're a bit more embedded into the body. As for the mouth is nice and easy. Just a little smirk. So just do a little curve up there and put a little tip on it. So we've got a little smirking character. That's it. That's all we need to do for that character. Nice and simple, that one. So let's go and see what our next character is. So we'll get rid of this card. We've done that one. And we'll get rid of this. So our next combination is this little bouncy character and then this like weird face with the rolled eyes. Okay. Now my suggestion when we're doing this bouncy character is to use a pencil line actually to just put that kind of sausage shape in and then flick the line in. You see how we're starting at the bottom? We're just flicking the line in all the time. Right then. Now, always when I'm working with kawaii characters, I like to underlap them a little bit. And what I mean by that is that there's going to be a little bit of an underlap. So let's go for this character living about here. Look, round. You see how it goes into that one's head? Yeah, that's called an underlap. It's a nice way of making the characters, rather than kind of sitting next to each other like that, they kind of overlap and underlap each other like that. And it just makes the whole thing, I think it makes the whole thing just hold together much better. Okay, let's swap these around so I can zoom in even more with this one. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start down at the bottom here and we're going to flick the line in. So use the pencil line as a bit of a guide. Look, so just there, just start there, flick in. Do some small ones, do some big ones, whatever you want. Again, just using that pencil line as a bit of a guide. Doesn't have to be perfect. Once you've done that, go and start on the other side. Most of it is behind this character, so we'll just do a little bit up here. Look, just flicking in until we're almost joined at the top. When we're almost joined at the top, that's time for one last little bounce. Again, just using that pencil line as a bit of a guide so you know where everything lives. Okay, let's try and double line all of that. My suggestion, when you're flicking in like that, any kind of bouncy character, you only want a double line on the outside really. You don't want a double line on the inside. Those inside lines are really tight already. By double lining them, you're just going to make them a bit too fat, and that's not what we want. Okay, we got that in. Nice easy looking character. Let's go and put the face in on this one. So we've got the two eyes. Let's go and put the two eyes in first. I'm going to put one there and one there so I can squeeze the whole thing. Start at the top, work our way down. We've got the pupils kind of at the top there, so just a small cut out at the top there. Look, and colour that in. Got some bags under the eyes, so I'm going to do this with the fat pen. You might want to use a thinner pen to do that. It's totally up to you, whatever you're more comfortable with. Bags under the eyes, and then a wide capital H for the mouth. Look how fed up that character looks. Let me just quickly double line that as well. Beautiful. Two characters down. Let's go and throw a few more in. So next character will be okay, another one. That's like a bear, but with an ear eaten. And then the face for that one. Awesome looking face for that. Okay, for this bear we are going to need to pencil in some lines. So let's bring that one down so you can see when I zoom in. And what we'll do is grab the pencil, sausage shape, and the two ears. I'm going to put the bear over this side. So again with the underlap, remember, no, hit the dewlap. So you want this underlap to be just about there, in between the two lines. You wouldn't want to hit it just there, because that line that comes over will get confused with this line that goes onto this character. So you want to make sure there's a distinction between the two. So your line either needs to be from there or from there. That's my suggestion. Let's go and put this shape in there. I'm going quite big, like that. Big bear ear one side, big bear ear on the other side. Okay, now the first thing you'll notice is that we've got this bite mark coming out there and the bite mark coming out of the ear as well. This bite mark coming out of this side is going to be hidden behind this character. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch it over to the other side, okay? So just on that pencil line, starting on the inside, a bouncy line. 1, 2, 3. That's all we want, just 3 bounces, and then we can go around the rest of the sausage shape for our character. Remembering to stop at that bouncy line, take a break, pick it back up underneath. So it looks like a little bite coming out there. Let's double line that. Double line the whole thing. Nice and easy. One ear looks fine, so I mean we can, because we've swapped the bite over, we might want to swap the bite on the ear over as well, so we're not all kind of one-sided with our bite. You might want to put the bite on the ear this side, so it looks like whatever character this is taking a chomp out of the bear. Let's do that. Here we go, look. 1, 2, 3. Same as what we did before, just 3 bounces, and then go around the rest of the ear. Let's double line that. And get around the other ear. Double line that as well. You might even want to put a bit of inner ear in. I think that should have been on the card. Let's go and put the inner ear in. And if you remember, the bear normally has a belly as well, so maybe you want to put a little curve in there for the belly. I'm going to leave it like that for the time being. Right, let's swap over and see what face we've got for this character. A really weird one. So let's go and put those eyes in first. There's 1, 2 circular eyes. See the pupils of the eyes right in the middle? Now when you put the pupils of the eyes right in the middle, it makes it look like the character is looking through you, like it's stares over in the distance. If you want to make it look like it's looking at you, just bring those pupils inside just a little bit more than that. Not much, just a little tiny bit. But that is great for looking real spaced out, which is what we want. Throw in a couple of cheekbones. I'm just using some plus signs. You can use whatever you want in there for cheekbones. And then let's go and do the mouth. The mouth is an upside down U. Well, it's like a D shape falling on its back, but just remember to flick these bits off here. Okay, let's do that. So let's go like that. Now already that is a pretty neat mouth shape. If you want to leave it like that, you can do. If you want to carry on, let's put that line across, throw in the 2 teeth. 1 there, 1 there. Consider whether you want to colour the back of the mouth in black, or whether you want to shade it in later. And then a little curve down there for the bottom lip. Awesome, another weird character. Let's I think we can throw 2 more in. Let's put 1 this side, 1 this side, then we'll go and finish at the top. Like I say, I'm really keen for this one to be a nice, easy, chilled out session. Right, next body cards. In fact, what I'll do for these next ones, I'll put down 2 of the body cards, and you can choose your favourite. Okay, so let's get rid of the face cards for the time being. Out of the 2 body cards, then we've got that one, which is like a furry yeti monster. To draw that, pencil it out, and then just keep flicking with these little V shapes, flicking the V's using the pencil line as a guide. The second one is a more zombie looking one, so just a sausage shape with a couple of arms hanging down. Totally up to you on which one you draw. I think I'm going to draw this zombie one because you don't need a pencil for that one. I'm also going to put it in. Let's put it in over this side, I think. Yeah, because then I haven't got a. Now I'm going to put it this side because of the way the way it's facing. Also going to draw it quite small as well. Watch this then. So down here, look. Straight in with a pen. If you're doing the furry character, you probably want to use a pencil to get it just right. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. That's better. So, but I'm going to do this character down here. So we've got that arm hanging down. Let's go and put that in. Just a nice long droopy U shape, thick at the bottom, flicked off at the top, and then use that arm that you've just drawn, just kind of move it across to help you position the other arm, which will just be poking out here a little bit. Doesn't have to be much, just a little suggestion of an arm in there. Okay, those of you that like to draw fast, get both characters in. Totally up to you on that. That'll do though. Let's get rid of these. Put these in the used set. And let's bring out a couple of face cards. So we've already done that face card. Our new face cards, that one, look at the crazy eyes on that, tooth knocked out, that kind of thing. And then we've got this one, again with a weird kind of spaced out eyes and the screaming mouth. Choose your favourite or choose your own, whatever you want to put in on yours. I'm going to go for crazy eyes at the top here, so let's go and put in. I'm going to have to go quite small with this one to fit it all in. So we put the eyes in first. Let's put one pupil down there, one pupil up there. Then we've got a couple of eyebrows pointing up, a couple of bags underneath. Sausage shape for the mouth. And then with that mouth, I haven't really got space to put all of those teeth in, so I'm just going to do, rather than doing the line across, I'm just going to do 3 lines going down. 3 lines going down, colour in one of the teeth. Obviously if you've gone a bit bigger you can get the whole thing done in there. And I can just about fit a couple of little wrinkles in. Lovely. You got yours in? Let's go and do one last character, shall we? So let's get rid of that. One last character. We've got 3 different characters you can choose from, so I'll lay all 3 down. You can pick your favourite. First one is we've just got a regular gravestone, so you can go and put that in. Then we've got Gurkasaur, zombie version of Gurkasaur, because we've got this like spine bit missing, plate missing, I don't know what you want to call it. And then the final one, traditional zombie. Look at the way the arms are sticking out, very similar to the one we've just done, but this time with the arms sticking sideways. So have a little think about which one you want to do, and let's go and add it in. So at this stage I'm looking at these and thinking, right, they're all kind of, these 2 are facing that way. I really want a character facing that way. That gravestone, I'm not really digging the gravestone, so I'm going to put this character in, this zombie character in, but I'm going to put that zombie character in facing that way. Okay. Now with all of these pretty much, they all start off with that main sausage shape. This one we're just going to go out and down. This one we're going to do a bouncy line across the back and then flicking off on the inside there, the spines there. But for this zombie, let's go and put in the arms sticking out that way. So zombie shape in first. Something like that. And then let's put the arms in, so we'll have one arm just there, just a capital C kind of shape, and then the other arm sticking out over there. Dead easy. So that's all we're going to do. That little kind of row of characters looks quite nice with the gravestone in the middle there. Obviously if you want to put a second row in, you can put a second row in. I'm not stopping you from doing that. I'm not going to do that today though. Like I said, I want to keep it a nice, simple, quick drawing tutorial today for you. Okay, that leaves us with 3 faces left to pick to put on here, so let's have a look at those 3 faces. We've got that one, 2 circles, a little smiley face, a little smiley mouth with 2 teeth, one on top, one down below. You've also got this one, 2 circles for eyes, flick in at the top of the eyes to make it look concerned, grumpy sausage for a mouth, a couple of teeth. And then finally this spaced out one, again a couple of circles for the eyes, crosses for the pupils, bags under the eyes, and a capital D for the mouth. Totally up to you whichever one you want to go for on this, but let's go and throw in one of these faces. I'm going to go for this one. This one looks pretty funny to me. So let's start off with the 2 eyes. Because our character's facing that way, let's go and put the eyes over that side of the body. Got those eyes in, flicking in right from the top, flick in. That's not meant to be eyelashes or anything like that. It's a little kind of brow area just to make the character look a little bit more concerned. Throw in the 2 pupils. 2 pupils are looking up and in. And a couple of bags under the eyes. Just a little flick off line underneath each eye, like that. Finish this off with a grumpy sausage shape for the mouth. Doesn't matter if it's not the perfect shape. Anything wonky like that will do. Couple of teeth. There we go, and we're done. Beautiful stuff. Right, let's go and grab the thin pen now. What we're going to do is just going to scan across our characters with that real thin pen, that 0.1. Going to scan across our characters, and we're going to add some more little details into them. Okay, so let's get rid of these now. You've done with these. These are all these prompt cards are all available in the zombie pack, which will be should be out by the time the video gets released. Okay. Right, let's get in with these characters, and start adding some bits in. So I'm going to start with the more obvious places to add stuff in, which is just hashing out some of these bits. So like back of the mouths, into the ears, that line there, going to hash those out with just some little lines inside the mouth. I'm just going top to bottom, inside the ear, top to bottom, look. Inside this mouth, top to bottom. Just darkens it up a little bit. Should we do the same? Let's do top to bottom in this bit as well, yeah? A little bit difficult, more difficult to do because it's quite a long line. But from a consistency point of view, I think it kind of works. Lovely, that looks really good. Right, let's go over all the rest of the characters. Just think about what you want to add to them. So this character I'm going to make sweaty, this one I'm going to make furry. So sweaty is just loads of U shapes. Do a few big ones in there, do a few small ones in there, maybe a few little, let's put in a little. Few little drips coming out like that. This one I said I was going to make look furry. Best way to make things look furry is just flicking the V's. Do some big flicks and some little flicks next to it. Doesn't have to be too much. You don't have to go crazy on this. What else have we got? This one. Let's go and do something with this one. I'm going to put some like writing in. It's going to be fake writing, so it's just going to be a bit of a scribble that's meant to look like writing. That looks pretty nice. This one over here, all kind of wrinkly, so let's go and add some wrinkles to it. Little bumps everywhere. This one at the back, let's go and do drips on this one as well. Maybe a few little spots on it. There we go. Finish off with quote marks, hashtags, that kind of thing. Don't think about it too much, just chuck a few little bits in there, see how we get on. Awesome. Right. That's pretty much our characters finished. Now what I was going to show you next was how to make the most of all this negative space that we've got up the top. So we're going to try something really simple, which is we're going to put in a moon shape. So up the top there's two things we're going to do. One is let's pencil that out. Going on the inside, don't want to make it too big, that moon shape. Let's pencil that out. But then also let's do this as well. Okay, so we're going to go from the top of this one's head to over on this side as well. Let's go for this kind of a line. Watch this. We're going to go up, across, then down there. Okay, so what you've got there is a rectangle with curved sides and then a circle in the middle. Okay, hope that makes sense. Right, go and grab your 0.5. First thing we're going to do, we're going to add a fake white border to our characters. We want to make them glow a little bit, so watch this. With our pen, down the bottom here, going from pencil line there to pencil line there, we're just going to do like a little bouncy line that just puts in, that will just put in just the same distance from the characters, working all the way across. Look. Like that. Stop when you get to the pencil line, okay? Once you've done that, let's join that bit to that bit, but let's go the long way round. Up the top, across, down the side, like that. Finish off with that moon shape. Like that. Okay, last stage. Well, pretty much the last stage anyway is let's colour this section in. Leave the moon white, leave the background white. Let's colour the rest in. And what we're doing here is we're trying to create like it's a nighttime scene, but without the hassle of having to colour in the whole page, just colouring in a much smaller section. So we're using negative space to draw a moon, so we're not actually drawing a moon, we're just drawing the sky around it. But hopefully it will look a little bit like a moon when we're finished. So this is where having a fat 1.5 or a Sharpie or something like that will really come in handy. So just remember, it's not a race, just take your time. If you enjoy colouring in, do a bigger sky. If you're not too hot on colouring in, then try doing something different. Maybe draw some more characters that are coming a bit higher into the sky. What I wanted to show you here today was how to fill a page without filling a page. You could put some little bits in the moon if you wanted to, put some little craters in, things like that. Hopefully you've seen in previous videos how I draw holes, how I draw craters. There has been a few, like if you look at the Star Wars tutorial from last year, you'll see really neat ways of how to draw craters. Take your time when you get around these characters down the bottom here. We really want to leave that fake white line. I say a fake white line, it's not a fake white line, it is an actual white line, but it's using negative space again. So it's like we're putting in that white line around the characters, which is something I always like doing on my characters. But we're doing it by not by actually drawing a white line, but by just drawing the black background. Nearly done. Of course, if you've got yourself a white Posca, what would look really cool is just putting some little white stars on this. As soon as this ink is dry, just get in and dot some little white stars all over the place. There you go, I think that's quite nice. I'm just going to put some extra little bits around. I think I prefer the rounder shapes. just to break it all up a bit. Probably does need a little bit of something in that moon, doesn't it? So let's go and do that. I'm going to use my 0.1 just for some real simple craters. Oh no, sorry, let's use my 0.5. 0.5, let me zoom in. Let's just add a few little craters. Look. So around the edge there, look, little circle like that, or a little oval. Take out a little line, colour it in. Let's do one over here. Look, I'll do a bigger one so you can see. Little oval. This line we've got on the outside, we're just going to shift it up a little bit. Colour that bit in. Let's do a smaller one over here. The only thing you've got to remember is as you're doing these lines, as they get closer to the middle of the moon, they become more round and less like a sphere. Let's do, where else can we do another one? Let's do one up here. There we go. I'm not putting any more in that like that though. I'm just going to leave it like that. That is quite nice. So hopefully what we've got there, let's zoom out a little bit. What we've got there is a nice page filler, really quick and easy. How long's that taken? Just over half an hour. Really quick and easy little page filler for you. Give it a signature somewhere down here at the bottom. Signature is really small today, but you can go really big with yours. Lovely stuff. Let's leave it like that. Right, well done. Thank you very much for taking part. Tag me in anything you post online, or throw it in the WhatsApp group so I can see it in there. Whatever's most convenient to you. But yeah, whatever you do, let me see it, because I always love to see your artwork. Right, thanks a lot for taking part. I'll see you in the next video.